This conference will now be recorded.
If you guys have any question, you can raise it and I can respond back simultaneously to either team or somebody if you have, guys. So I'm just keeping that option open for you guys. Okay. Now let us start UiPath. So I will just preparing some plan around it, how exactly we will drive this session and all. So let me share my screen first. Give me a moment. Okay. I think you can see my screen, and also I need the OneNote to start with. Okay, so in this particular session, guys, primarily we will cover, of course, UiPath. Today what I will set the agenda and what are the topic we are going to cover and how this structure would be. That I will discuss. And one good point is it won't take much time because now you guys have already exposure that what exactly insight needed in general of the RPA context is clear, so you no need to we no need to work on that part from the scratch. So directly we'll jump into the tool and we'll explore it. Okay. So I have already the context, what are the pointers I'm going to cover. So let me make a note of it and then I'll share it. So primarily we'll focus on UiPath uh, architecture, configuration, which is needed to start with UiPath, and basic high-level overview of this particular tool, what exactly we have in UiPath and how it is connected. So these are the pointers I'm going to cover today, guys. So without delay, let's get started. Let me share that note. Okay. So I'll go to the session. Got it. Okay. So these are the content we are going to cover. Introduction RPA, we'll skip this part. Introduction to UiPath, product architecture, and system requirement. At least let us focus on these three pointers today. So first is introduction to UiPath and product architecture and system requirement. So we'll make a note of it. Go to UiPath and put it here. Okay. So what is the difference, guys? If you have studied, because you are about to start this, you are already aware. So if you have observed any differences from your end between Blue Prism and UiPath, you can share that with me, guys. So what do you? Anybody has observed any differences between these two tools?
No, Harsha.
And no difference, or you have not observed?
Not observed.
Okay, okay, fine, no problem, no problem. We are here at least, but whenever you get time and getting into this, just try to capture as much as possible. But fair enough, no problem. So let us start. I wanted to give some background. See, first of all, UiPath is compared to other two tools, okay, Automation Anywhere and Bluepism, it's much more newer platform. In the sense, compared to Automation Anywhere, it's also decade old company, and also your Bluepism is also decade old. But compared to UiPath, is pretty new. I exactly don't recall the date of particular startup or the starting date, but I can for sure tell you that this is newer compared to these two tools. Number one. Number 2 point, it is a Romanian company. Okay, if you have observed, it's in Europe, small country, is specifically from that country they have across world they have spread it specifically. UiPath very good demand in, of course, in India, and now in Australian region and in Europe. So Europe is still like growing, but because Bluepism is from that particular region, the impact was much higher, or the market share was much higher of Bluepism compared to UiPath. Now in Asia specific as well as in Australia, this particular region, UiPath is really good demand, and US also. US also really good demand, guys, compared to other two tool right away. What I can see, again, it keep on changing, volatile, but keep that in mind. Okay, now if I talk about UiPath directly, they started with they had a community version initially, and from 2015 onwards, okay, they are actually pulling up the speed. 15 onwards they started, 16 onward I'll say they are actually started marketing and all. In 2 years they are in top bucket. Just imagine, because of their features, services which they have provided. So because of that reason, flexibility. What are the advantage of UiPath? If anybody asks, I asked that question to you. Let me tell you. First point, okay. I can make a note also simultaneously if you want. First point is, guys, that UiPath is only one tool which I can tell based on my experience. It has workflow as well as it also supports the workflow and sequence both. Whereas Bluepism only support the workflow. Automation Anywhere only support the sequence. It supports workflow, but it is not that much powerful compared to other tools. So that's the primary difference between these two tools, correct? But in UiPath, it has workflow as well as sequence. I'll highlight what exactly it is. Okay, I need to activate the tool. Let me see whether it is activated or not. Give me a moment. Okay, so one good part is I reformatted my system, so it will be a little faster, I hope. I'm not sure, but it should be. I don't know, you can observe or not, the system format has a little bit changed. Okay, so first advantage, I said that this is both, number one. So I can say workflow as well as it supports workflow as well as sequence. Okay, and other tool either else, okay, either it will support workflow or sequence then not workflow. So but UiPath supports both, number one. Number two is it has free community version. Okay, free community version, which is really good advantage. Other Automation Anywhere 30 days, Bluepism you won't find this right away. And additional which I find beneficial is, I don't know the current licensing price, guys, so I can't comment on that. So I really don't know about that. But initially, when it has, every organization has a separate team who take care of that. As a developer, you will not deal with license in general. So much exposure you don't get. Your manager will say, hey, use this license, you install this license. That's it. Okay, on an average, I hope, I'm not sure, but $5,000 to $6,000 per license it would cost, around that. Okay, but I have to get back to that, can't comment. And proceeding further, license cost is effective compared to others. It has flexibility. Control room, online control room is available. Similar, unlike Bluepism, you guys have not exposure except Ram and Jaideep. You guys are not aware of Automation Anywhere, so you can't compare. But if I compare with Bluepism, so hey Ram and Jaideep, so you guys have now both the tools exposure already. So you can share also, your point of view. What are the differences you are observing? Okay.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Um. Okay. So fine. Jadip, I want you to also sometime intervene. Okay. Now you guys already exposure these two tools. At least share your experience. What are the differences you're observing? Okay. Because you have exposure, you can share your point of view.
Sure, Harsha.
Thank you, Jadip. Thanks, Ram. So proceeding further, so okay, workflow free community version. What I find most incredible about UiPath is it is based on .NET platform, guys. So as of now, believe me, when I will explain this all pointers, maybe right away, it would take time to explore. So imagine when I say .NET platform, whatever functionality indirectly you use in a .NET, okay, programming, mostly I will say, okay, at least 60% of for sure you can directly call with UiPath. So that integration makes it really, really powerful. Okay, now other pointers, easy to use. Again, it's also drag and drop functions. So I'll say, yeah, drag and drop features that are also apart from that, uh, which most, yeah. Another point is it has really good support structure, guys, compared to other tool which I see. For example, if you wanted to go for other trainings, okay, AA and Blue Prism, that is not right away, like it is available, but sometimes it has, like partner you have to be and all. But UiPath is the first tool who actually, first of all, they introduce a free community version, and then they introduce the like free training academy training. So from there also people can learn a basic idea about UiPath, how exactly it functions. Who have more insight or tool also you can download. So that advantage other tool not provide. So again, these are the like pointers you can share in your like examination time, guys. So this would be really, really helpful. Now proceeding further, yeah, I wanted to open the web page of this, and I will show you how exactly you can start with the. Okay, so I'll say UI path. Okay, I'll go to this. Okay, so just have a look. This is the main page. Why I'm highlighting this, couple of main pointers I'll highlight. Again, you know that open platform, rapid results, security, scalability, path to AI. Regarding this, I'll share some insight. Okay, path to AI, it is a very, very crucial features. Other tool are not this much active like UiPath is providing or taking it proactively. Other tools are little lagging behind compared to UiPath in this particular forum, like in this particular topic of AI. Although we won't be able to use all of it, guys, because it required keys. If you guys right away, I'm highlighting. Okay, there are some cognitive services we have in UiPath. If you can manage those keys, we can showcase those demo, guys. But the dependency to show this is that there will be key required to consume the cognitive services in UiPath. I will highlight that, but keep that in mind because we are reviewing this. So just sharing some insight on that. So development conference, these things happen. Blogs, you'll find a lot of insight there. Okay, I was talking about, I don't know. Okay, so this is really incredible. I don't know, have I given any demo or pointers to you that NASA is also using UiPath. So just imagine if NASA is using, how the security would be. Just imagine that pointers. NASA will not use any tool until and unless it is really, really reliable and secure. Okay. So shared service has recently deployed UiPath into production. UiPath platform has met NASA security requirement, worked well during the implementation, and both technical and administrative support has been outstanding. This is the first step in offering RPA service in NASA center, and we plan to increase them over the next month. Just incredible. So you never know. Maybe I'm excited to know this. Okay, so there is no specific area where you can't work if you have this exposure and really become good. Another point I was exploring that they are in Asia region, they are really growing, specifically in Japan. So they have other languages which it supports also. We'll talk about that. Couple of case studies there you can go through. I am not going right away, but what are the company is using directly UiPath. I'll give you a tips right now. So I used to observe like what are the companies using this particular tool, and right away go to their career website and try to apply this kind of activity as to do. And at least out of let's say 10 company you apply, there will be some company who will look for that particular talent. So it is really helpful in case if it is needed, guys. So you can apply that. So what is RPA? RPA journey, center of excellence not required. Yeah, platform. So right away in product, it is clearly mentioned platform, studio, robot, orchestrator, release note. Primarily, these are the three component, guys. Okay, studio, robot, and orchestrator. So I will, this particular point, which is product architecture, this topic comes into picture. If I talk about product architecture, what are the core component we have in UiPath? So core component, if I say, first is, you can, first is they have mentioned studio, robo, orchestrator. Fine. So I'll say, hey, first is studio, then we have robo, okay, then we have orchestrator. These are the three core components which we have, or primary, wait. No, it's taking this way. Okay. So fine. So these are the three core components we have in architectural phase. So studio, robo, and orchestrator. I highlight all these pointers. When to use what? Definition is also available here. Now solution by industry, development, developers. These are the additional help you can find out here. What are the company related information, partner site, about us. Okay, automation is here. If I scroll down, award, Forrester, see Everest 18, RPA technology leader and star performer, Forrester Wave, HFS, not right away needed, just I'm going through quickly. It's good to have this exposure at the initial, then you can know who are the people in which domain, which geography they have, London, Paris, Bucharest. Okay. So fine. So this is about their investor, board member, career, analyst report, media, brand kit, contact us, partner, become partner, technology partner, official training. This is if your organization supporting it, you will be able to get this. Okay, then news, fine. So these are the options you can avail and access from here. Okay. Okay. This, go back. Now coming back to the point. One thing I have to check, I have to activate my UiPath most probably. Give me a moment. Okay. Anyone, any question, guys? No question.
Harsha.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like with community edition, we don't get orchestrator. Is that right?
We get orchestrator in a demo version. Okay. We get it. We would say demo version. I'll highlight that at the end. Demo
Okay,
version is there, and we will go through the demo version. It looked like most of the function would be same. Little bit changes are there in the license, most probably.
Okay.
But we can access it. I will show you that orchestrator also, no problem. Okay, so here we go. UiPath. So okay, so yeah, UiPath Studio. It would take some time, but let it load. And first, I have to just check: do I need a license or not? Because simultaneously, when I'm exploring, you will be able to see it. Okay. So these are the core component we have. under architecture. Architecture, again, a lot of other activity comes into where you can install in a virtual machine or in a cloud or in a local desktop. All these three per platform it supports. It supports cloud, AWS, Microsoft Azure. You can install their virtual machine by default, Citrix or VMware. You can install it, as well as local machine. There is no question about it. You can definitely do it. Now, having said that, now give me a moment. I need some configuration details. Like, what is the configuration which is needed for UiPath to start? There are certain configuration which you need to manage, correct? First, let us see. What else we can add here? Workforce sequence, free community, .NET platform. Lower price I can't quote right now on the price factor, but good demand that I can definitely highlight. Or market leader we can say, of course. Okay. Okay, what else we can add? Okay. All like, you guys have the tool with you? Yes, you have the tool with you?
Yes,
Who has and who don't have?
I think you also have.
Sorry? Oh.
Yeah, I haven't yet installed Harsha. I'll do it today.
You know the way, correct? I was highlighting that website. I could have shown you. Quickly, I'll show you. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I can ask like Deepak and Naveed also.
Yeah, fine. You can try to do it yourself. Of course, you can take help, but you go here, click on start trial, and you need to provide your XYZ information. And once you provide that information, then you will be able to download it. Get community edition, enterprise. Enterprise is a limited period, guide, 60 days most probably. But if you go with community edition, you keep on enroll. Okay, after expiring that. What are the differences clearly mentioned here? See, you can see right away up to 2 robots connected to orchestrator. You can do here unlimited. Here UiPath community forum, you won't get access to that, but here you will get that access. That is another point. And then received automatically updates. Okay, here partially you have to update it manually. Enterprise, it will automatically update. Include component, studio, robot, orchestrator. Here also you will find all this, but feature will be half. You can see it here. So clearly it is mentioned here. Now online and offline, enterprise is online and offline both, and community is only online. So this is the core difference. What else? Recommended for enterprise business, individual developer, enterprise and legal entities. They can use these community editions, because the one core drawback I'll highlight about community is like the task which you create, okay, it's online available, so anybody can access that task and consume it right away, and that's the really big challenge, how I see it, because it's not in your system, it's in cloud directly. Okay, it's in cloud directly. That's how it get connected, and other person can access it, review it. These are the like dependencies we have. Okay, so these are the dependencies we have. Okay, so fine. Proceeding further for individual developer, enterprise, legal. So that point they will ask. Okay, they may definitely ask an interview. What are the differences? You need to highlight it. Other not available UiPath. See, phone, email, and ticketing support are not available in UiPath Community Edition. Any organization together with its affiliates as defined by applicable law that collectively have either more than 250 machines, more than 250 machines, physical or virtual, or user more than $5 million organization is annual revenue. Enterprise may use studio or orchestrator for evaluation and training purpose. Any organization that does not meet the criteria to be an enterprise together with their affiliates as defined this is legal entity may studio on up to 5 machine across the legal entity. So these are their rules and regulations they are highlighting. Both UiPath Enterprise, RPA, UiPath Community Edition work exclusively on Windows. Directly they are saying. Need more information? Now see, you can directly go and get that version, get a community edition, click on this, and then you enter your details, requested details, and once you enter that details, wait. Mm. Yeah, once you enter these details, click on I agree and done. The moment you click, you will get a link in that email, and you'll be able to download and start this directly. Okay, and the best part, you don't need any other like database right away because all are cloud, so you don't need any dedicatedly database for Waypath to have. Now proceeding further, let me see. I think my tool is also ready. So this is how it is. Okay, start free. Okay, I have to get it activated, guys. Okay, so to get it activated, which I'll do, no problem. Oh, let me try it. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to, for activation, I'll show you what exactly needed to be done. Go here, uh, go to this machine. Yeah, I have UiPath in both, like local and virtual both. Let me check this one. Anybody has activated? Activation, anybody? We can connect directly, guys.
Yeah, Harsha, I activated.
You activated, huh?
Yes.
Okay, just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Mohammed, huh?
Yes.
Mohammed, I'm making you presenter. Yeah. Go ahead. You have the presenter, right? Share your screen and give me the control.
Harsha, you have controls.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Wait. Yeah, I have the control. Thank you. So, okay, fine. When you first of all install the UiPath, you will get to see this particular page. Okay, and this is the latest version, by the way, guys. Even I don't have this version, so I have to update my version also. I don't have this version in my system. Be informed. Okay. Now, fine. So I will highlight couple of points here. What are the things we have? Initially, as it is a community version, you don't need to have any license right away to start. But this is which window you are observing right now. This is called Studio, and this is where we actually develop our processes and work with our processes. This is where we actually process with our process. Like develop the similarly in Blue Prism we had Process Studio and Object Studio. This is called UiPath Studio, where we don't have that segregation, but we can develop our solution here. Now it has couple of sub command which I will talk about in detail, but I'm just referring the architectural component. So this is Studio. Similarly with Studio, for running in a machine, by default you would be having another component called Robo. So let me see Robo is running or not. Wait. Okay, so if I go here, go for this one. Wait, move this. Okay. Yeah. So here you will find that particular Studio. Okay, it is not showing here. So wherever you have installed, so if I go back to your computer, okay, it's opening my one. So Mohammed, can you open your C drive, please, quickly? Yeah, yeah. So we'll go to C drive, program file, program file, and in program file we have UI path, search by U, yeah, UI path, and then we have studio. You can see the studio, and then here you will find another component, UiPath Robo. So here if I search UiPath agent, correct, this actually allows you to monitor your task. Similar, guys, do you remember that we had studio for sure client, and we had also the agent or robo machine, which is called automate.exe, guys, remember, through which we can monitor our runtime bot. Similarly, here also we have robo. When you run the machine, automatically that get triggered. That is called UiPath agent also, you can say. Now if I scroll down, yeah, UiPath studio, UiPath robo, can you see this? Right click and run. Right now it is an application run as an administrator. It will run in the background. You will be not able to see as a pop-up right away, but it will run here. You will be able to see in a taskbar and also hidden. So if you click here, Mohammed, I lost the control, I think. Click on this arrow. Yeah, see, automatically it is running right now. Can you see this icon here, guys? Can you see this icon which I'm highlighting? This is the robo icon. Remember this. This is studio icon. This is robo icon. Robo icon is in white and blue letter, and this is its blue background and white letter. This is how you can identify. And if you open this task menu, you will be able to see that robo is running in the background. Can you see this? So it is, what is the version? 2018 3.2. This is the version we are connecting. It's offline right now. Robo is not connected to any other machine. That's why it's showing offline. The moment you connect with any machine, it will be online. So we'll talk about that later on. But these are the two components you observe. What are the two components? First component you observe the client. Second component you observe the robo. Is that clear so far? Then third component, guys, yes, no, maybe. Can I open this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, third component is the orchestrator. Okay, orchestrator, it has a specific link. Okay, that link I have to refer. Let me check that link is with me or not. Anybody knows that link? Default orchestrator link, guys?
No.
Okay, no problem, no problem. No problem. Okay, I think the demo orchestrator link could be go to this. Yeah, here. Go to this. Yeah. Let's see if I'm okay or not, correct or incorrect. Yeah, it is. So this is the orchestrator, demo orchestrator. Can you see this, guys? This is the component number 3. So we'll talk about this in detail, steadily, slowly. These all 3 components will cover. Okay. Are we clear so far, guys? These 3 components we have. Now I am sharing my screen. Mohammed, can you make me the presenter, please, quickly?
Okay.
So quickly I'll go to this. First of all, if I go back to this, okay, architecture, these are the component primarily come. It has a different design, which we'll talk about, guys, okay. But now the next point which is there is the system requirement. What is the system requirement we need to have to install the Blue Prism 2? Okay. So what were the system requirement for Blue Prism? Anybody wanted to share? Just I'm asking because it will be closed, guys. That's why I'm asking. For all the various component, what were the basic system requirement we had for GroupSim? Okay, no problem. I'll share that insight, but just you need to keep in mind, guys. Okay, so if I go back, yeah. So the basic configuration which is needed for any particular tool to install. So again, these are the basic. I no need to go into detail right now, but I can share that insight. First of all, you need to have of course, a processor, good Windows system. It supports UiPath. I'm talking about UiPath, and UiPath for Studio and Orchestrator or else Robo. It does not have a separate components or configuration. All are same. Just if you have this basic like configuration, it would be okay to run with. So first is what? First is you need to know. First, I am talking about Studio and Runtime Bot. Okay, so I'll say UiPath Studio and Runtime Bot. Okay, so for UiPath Studio and Runtime Bot, first point which you need or required is the configuration of CPU. At least again, CPU, I will say, i5, i7, at least that has to have the processing speed should be good. At least it should be 2.4 gigahertz core, 64-bit, so that you can mention I believe, yeah, and 64-bit. Okay, so you can refer this minimum. Okay, this is required. Then RAM you required is, again, it has a document. Okay, I will share that document. Right now it's not handy with me, guys. Right now it's not handy, but I'll share that document. The similar way I shared the Blue Prism support document, which you can refer. Similar way I will share this document where the configuration or installation document would be available. Okay, so let me check quickly. It is handy because I have all the docs, but in different machine. So this, go to path. Yes, now here I will search for, is it okay? No, guys, I will share that for sure. Just remind me tomorrow. I will search it and I will share that. Okay, so let me make a note of it. It can be ready. Fine, okay. We will at least have a try. Fine. Now RAM by default for Studio and Runtime, I'm talking about it 8 GB. Primarily you need 8 GB RAM to start with. Then you required hard disk space, which is bare minimum 100 GB. You need hard disk type. Operating system, it supports as of now Windows 7 onwards you can install. My current system is, you can see, 10. So latest version 10, most of the organization is going on, but Windows with 10. Okay, and framework, if I talk about framework, it is, I already highlighted that, It's on .NET framework, and that is also 4.6.xy XX version, whichever is updated 4.6.xx, because this particular version get always updated and change. So that is the framework. It would be the framework, and then again there are specific port which has to be open. IIS needed to be like IIS. You have to have access to IIS, and then you need Internet Explorer. It supports by default. Okay, so I will say IIS. Okay, IIS, and then to connect with the orchestrator, we need the IIS, which is 8.5 onwards. Yeah, go ahead.
Harsha, we can't see what you're typing. The screen is stuck.
Can you see now my mouse?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Now, okay. I was just typing this configuration, guys. I make a note of this document I have to share in red so that I don't forget. Okay. So IIS 8.5, these are the configuration, guys. I'm just highlighting what is required. Okay. Then we need Internet Explorer. It again, remember the guys, default browser in UiPath also Internet Explorer. Okay. So again, it supports Edge, Chrome, Firefox also. Be informed, but it has a separate method to use it. It need a certain add-ons to run the other browser. But compared to other all tool, UiPath is also flexible on the browser part. I will highlight that. Don't worry. So be informed, the default browser is I. Bare minimum you need to have this configuration to install the studio and runtime in your machine. Simple. So this is the studio and runtime configuration of UiPath. Now there is one more configuration which we need to understand, and the difference only I will highlight it. That is for orchestrator. So whichever machine you will install orchestrator. So what is the orchestrator, guys? What orchestrator does? We know the studio, we know the runtime, we know the robo. What does this particular process do? Like in general, orchestrator does? Tell me. Any idea, any clue? What in general, guys? It's similar like it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, is it like a simulator or something like you can guess?
It is similar to control room, is it?
Amazing. Yes, absolutely right. Yes, you are right. Similar like a control room. Similar like a control room. And we connect to this particular machine through this control room, and we run it. So for control room, the configuration is a little different. The reason is it is different is because of control room configuration is different. The reason is it can connect and consume more than one system. Then the capacity or strength of that particular system should be also little bit high end compared to other robo machine. So if I talk about high end, only couple of things is changing, which is first is RAM. So I will say orchestrator configuration. Okay, here I'll say RAM will change, which will be at least 16 GB. This is one part, and hard disk drive, which will be again 100 GB. Other all would be primarily same. Only RAM is changing, and firewall port opening would be additional here in orchestrator. There are specific port which has to be open. Okay. That is required in orchestrator as well as applicable to studio and runtime to communicate with the orchestrator and all. So here port. Now little bit diagram I'll create for you to understand. First of all, we have physically also observed those component. Let me create some diagram through which I can little bit highlight you how exactly it looks like in the real environment. For that, I'll go to this paint. So if you guys remember Blue Prism, also I created one high level orchestrated design. Here also you can, I'm going to create similar kind of design quickly. So these are, imagine the multiple systems. Okay, system 1, 2, 3. you can say. And primarily this particular section comes under robo. You can call it all robos. Okay, so if you go here, you say, you know, what is this? These are all robo machine. Okay, these are all robo machine primarily. So this is one set of activity. Now apart from that, we have, I can say, a moment, yeah, okay, I'm just thinking where to put the orchestrator and how we will put the orchestrator, where exactly it will come across in the diagram if I have to maintain. So this is robo, and this is, you can visualize as not like this, wait. Yeah, okay, so I don't know, I'm trying to create a kind of a, yeah. Why I created, the reason is this is orchestrator which manages. Okay, it has also integration with the database, that's why I'm creating like this. Okay, so here I'll say this is just a short name, orchestrator, which primarily connect orchestrator and web application, which is in web application only, where we host orchestrator through web application. And then we have another machine, I can say database also. We have one would be database, same thing I will copy quickly. This is an enterprise, okay. Community, we don't have database, remember this point, don't get confused guys. This will be a database but little bit smaller compared to this. And what I'll do, I'll just delete this portion. Okay, so this will be what? This will be database. You can name it here. Okay, so this is database where we are, you know, SQL database. I can name it for your reference, so don't get confused. Another part is the studio, where we exactly, you know, connect with your, or you develop your solution. So here I'll say this is the studio where you develop it. So go back here I'll say studio. Okay, now how it is connected, all studio, how it is all connected, that you need to observe. So these all machines, if I go back quickly, I will create something like this. Excuse my drawing guys. Okay, but once upon a time in engineering drawing I used to love creating. I don't know you had a subject or not, maybe not, you guys are all computer background. Anybody had engineering drawing?
We had, yes, I had.
I had, yes.
So you can recall those days, correct? It was fun.
Common for everybody, Harsha. It's common
Okay.
for everybody.
Okay. Actually, I was.
Harsha, I have 3 years actually. I'm a mechanical engineer. I have a first year, third year, and final year.
Oh, so Ram, I will ask you to create this drawing. What do you say? Okay. Great, guys. Nothing good, but it is good. I don't have this exposure. You guys are all expert, man. So just excuse my drawing. Okay, in general, we don't.
Harsha, you were talking about ports earlier, ports opening. Like we need to
Ports.
open ports for the system to orchestrator to connect it with.
Correct. This is very important point. This entire, okay, I will highlight this. I have not yet finished. This entire activity would be within same network. You have to keep in mind. This entire network would be in same. If it is different, then the port needed to be open. So this entire like ecosystem should be within same network or local network. You can write here also to highlight.
Is the orchestrator hosted on cloud?
Yeah, you can post it in cloud also. This is, you can host anywhere. Orchestrator you can host anywhere. Okay, from cloud you can host from anywhere. Just that link should be accessible from robot and studio. That you have to keep in mind. Okay, local network. So this is fine. This is the machine in local network. This is all connected. I can little bit make this up. So it looks like okay within this, and this should be, if I talk about local network, I wanted to highlight that network should be same and the port should be communicated in between, and pretty much this is very basic. Again, this entire you can consider is within either these three platforms. This can be done in a, I will say, local machine, or you can also perform in a cloud, or you can also perform in a cloud local machine, and also you can perform in a virtual machine, VM or Citrix. Citrix you can perform. So this can be within these two platform. So no need to get confused around it, that where I will apply, where it would be. This would be within this, and wherever you apply it doesn't matter. You need to take care of this design, and it should be the same network. It will connect. This is only for enterprise. I can highlight it pretty much here. I can highlight that this will be within enterprise. For community we don't need it right away. Here price you can say enterprise, or I will say, yeah, enterprise only. Enterprise you can mention. Now Robo Studio orchestrator application, primarily this one. Very high level if I talk about, guys. Okay. Now I will just ignore this part. I will share the document also. I have to just check that out, and I can share that. It would be much detail. But again, the each and every component when I create, you can relate what I am drawing, which is already created. If you relate, you will be able to relate it. But is that clear so far? We will go with this this design simply. Studio, I will upload into a orchestrator. From orchestrator, I'll run in a Robo. That's it. That's what happened. Okay, Studio, I upload in the orchestrator. Orchestrator to Robo, I run it. Database, it consumed from here also. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Pausing here only today, guys. We'll connect and start with the tool directly and proceed further. So as of now, if I just quickly summarize, quickly. Okay, so configuration, infrastructure, little bit high level, product architectural, system requirement, and introduction basic. At least I can say. Anything is missing, I will cover it tomorrow. I'm not checking anything right now. On the basic front, will take little time to understand the basic and the flow of the tool. That's it for today. Any question you have, guys?
Harsha,
Harsha, can we connect your morning?
6:30 a.m. is it? We can connect in 6:30
like
a.m.
whenever it is comfortable for you.
Yeah, 6:30, because see, guys, I am having other sessions also. Okay, from 7:30 to 8:30, I have another session. At night also, why I'm dropping off, I have another session now. Okay, so what I'll request in 6:30, I'm okay with that, guys. You can connect on 6:30. But for tomorrow, I don't know. But today I have a session after this, so we can plan for it. At least if not morning, tomorrow same time we can connect. And after 1 day gap, I can again connect in the morning, guys. Okay.
Yeah, because we like there was a few holidays, no? That
Sure.
is why.
No problem, guys. No problem. We can manage it up.
Yeah,
I'm just dropping
otherwise,
right now.
otherwise directly tomorrow evening we will connect if you are busy in the
Yeah.
morning.
Go with evening right now. Okay. Go with evening only. The
Okay.
only problem is if I visit the client location, then I will not be reaching by 9. I won't be able to start. But I have a session from 10, so I have to manage it. Let's see. But 9:50, 9:20, I will reach. But let's see. I will communicate to Lavanya. Okay. But for sure, morning. We'll connect in evening same time, guys, tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
evening.
guys. I'm dropping off, guys. We'll connect tomorrow. I'm going to join another session. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.